great news, 2-year deal. You must be pretty wrapped.
Yeah, really excited. It's really happy that North gave me a chance when not many other clubs really considered me. So to have another few years and be a bit more settled is really good now.
Do you have to sort of pinch yourself with your particular journey from where you came from to now getting a new contract extension? It's been a fantastic rise.
Yeah, a little bit. You sort of think about what I was doing sort of 5 years ago and how much things have changed now, but that's probably something I don't think about too much while I'm doing this. It'll probably be something more when I'm done I'll sort of reflect on, and but certainly it's a big change and one I'm sort of welcomed.
Tell us about your season, Sam, and I guess what you've been able to improve and how you've done it this year.
Well, being 28, it's sort of, I've still got a lot of improvement, which is sort of a bit of which is a bit strange to think because I am that sort of older top player, but I sort of see myself as a third or a fourth year as far as sort of advancement in AFL goes. So this year's just, I guess, being able to be lucky to have that consistent block of games and continually playing every week. And I see the more time I play, the more I get used to the pace of the game, the better I feel, the more comfortable I feel out there. And I think the natural progression of another big pre-season and just more time at AFL level has really helped.
Yeah, numbers are up all across the board having a look, but even rebound 50s. Have you been getting into the back half a bit more this year?
Not from any sort of direction or anything like that. It's more just, I guess it's one of those little quirks that perhaps that's where I've got a few more possessions, but nothing by design, no.
What sort of direction have you had from Scotty with your role this year?
Not much. Sort of, obviously, it's probably a few tweaks to the actual game plan, which sort of involved my role a little bit, more so from a team than an individual thing. But a few more sort of defensive jobs this year, sort of tagging roles. But other than that, it's pretty similar to last year.
You mentioned how you're feeling as far as a 2 or 3 year player, body-wise as well, because you haven't had the bumps and bruises that some of the other guys have had over a long period of time. However, you do sort of run yourself into the ground from a aerobic point of view.
Yeah, well, I feel really good. Obviously, coming into an environment where you're getting physios daily, massages daily, and the recovery sort of protocols that weren't necessarily available at VFL level just means that I'm feeling really good and probably feeling better than most 28-year-olds who have done 10 pre-seasons.
What about the game coming up against Brisbane? Obviously, North has been inconsistent. What will you guys be looking to achieve? And given the fact you've played them already once this season?
Yeah, well, they were sort of a vastly different side this time around, so we can't, I guess, take it for granted that we were pretty convincing last time. We haven't won in Brisbane for almost 10 years, so that's another big challenge. One we've ticked off in Sydney and Perth this year, so another one to tick off. But they've got a lot of really dangerous small forwards. They move the ball pretty well when they're allowed to be, so again, it's a consistency thing for us. We've got to go over there, different stadium, and get the job done.
Can you tell us about some of the defensive roles that you've had? You mentioned that was part of your season.
Stephen Hill in Freo, Hanley again last time we played Brisbane. So just little, not necessarily negating roles, more just to sort of play on them and try and beat them.
Has it even flipped around 1 or 2 times where you've had a defensive player come to you?
Not all that often, but from time to time it happens for a half or a quarter or something like that, which is something different to get used to.
How do you deal with that, Gibbo?
Well, as I say, it doesn't happen regularly, so often it comes as a bit of a surprise when you see Woody doing coming to me when Boomer Harvey's on the other wing. But no, it's something that I had to deal with a lot at VFL level, and I guess it's, with my running ability, it's probably just a work rate thing, try and work them over. Might take 3 or 4 quarters, but if it's something that keeps happening more regularly, well then yeah, we'll have to sort of pick someone like Boomer's brain and see how we deal with it going forward.
How about
Jonathan Brown retiring? Are you expecting a fired-up Lions outfit on Saturday night?
Yeah, certainly. There'll be a lot of emotion in the game. He's been such a legend and such a champion. I'm sure they'll want to play accordingly. So hopefully it doesn't have too much of an impact. But we know that their start's probably going to be really good, and we're going to have to come and match their start and surpass that, and then hopefully grind out a win.